Hello, friends, and welcome to the Cinemondo podcast with Mark and me.
Missed opportunity. We should have been wearing bags on our heads.
Yes.
Damn it.
Why?
Oh, well. Why? What could it be?
Because we are going to talk about a movie called Baghead.
Yeah. Baghead, yeah. It's a new film coming out April 5th. And it has an interesting premise. And
April 5th?
April 5th. I'm excited because I remember a couple of Baghead movies from like 20 years ago, a Mark Duplass kind of horror film that I remember watching the way back. But this one is about a woman who buys a pub, but there's some interesting things happening below the pub.
Or inherits a pub, right?
Inherits a pub, yes.
You can watch Baghead on AMC if you have an AMC subscription, like in Prime. It's available now.
Okay, all right. Well, I want to check the trailer because this is the first I've heard of it.
I know, and this new trailer just came out.
Nice.
It's also this is a full-length adaptation of the same director's short film, and that is a different storyline. I mean, I saw the short film. I don't know if you can even find it anymore, but we're going to take a look at the short film's trailer after this trailer, and I loved the short film. So I'm very excited to see. This is sort of a new idea based on that because we're bringing another character that's not in. Sounds like that's not in a short film. So
gotcha.
Very interesting to see how they're going to adapt it.
And the director is Alberto Corredor.
Yeah.
And some directors do that. They'll make a short film and then they'll expand it
it's a proof of concept kind of thing.
Yeah, proof of concept, kind of like a
like
get your money, like show your investors.
Exactly.
All right, ready to roll?
Ready to roll.
And action.
My dad, he died.
I'm the solicitor of your father's estate.
My dad owned this place. I don't have any memories with him. This is all I have right now.
If you're watching this, then I'm already dead. This property comes with a special tenant.
Oh, Barbarian was so good.
You're the one thing that stands between her and the outside world.
You're joking.
What is that? Come out, wherever you are.
Iris. We shouldn't be here.
What is she?
She has the power to bring back the dead. I want to see her. Money's really no object. I want to talk to my wife. She only gives you 2 minutes. Sarah. After that, she's in control.
What's going on?
We are not safe here.
How do I control her?
This isn't something you can control.
No.
I'm going to kill you.
You can't kill her. You cannot let her out of the basement.
So, go away, Millie.
Bye, Millie.
Millie!
Sorry. That was a total screw up. All right. Okay. So, that was a little complicated from what I remember from the first short film, which was kind of and I get why they added more characters. Like the short film, you can pay money to this bar owner in the short film, and you can go down, you can talk to someone who's died that you know by bringing them an object that belonged to that person, and you give Baghead that thing to hold, and then when you lift the she's kind of like a witch. When you lift the bag off, she will be that person for 2 minutes, and you can ask them anything. It's actually the person that you know, not like a ghost or anything. She becomes the person, like brings them back. Basically brings them back to life. You only have 2 minutes. If you go longer, the witch starts getting stronger and stronger, and she can bust out. She can cause some shit. So, but as long as she's under 2 minutes, you're still in control of her. Like she's under your control. So what I loved about the short film is that it looked kind of like this. Maybe they had a little bit of that short film in there where the guy says, I want to talk to my dead wife. That was the whole short film. He goes to the bar, pays to, talk to Baghead, who's apparently notorious. They go down. He finally convinces him to let him talk to her. And that was basically the short film. So it looks like they've encased that little story inside a bigger story, which I like that too, of the girl inheriting this bar and she doesn't know why. And then her dad kind of tells her, don't mess around in the basement. To me, I'm like, if somebody said that to me, I'd be like, out of here. There's a witch in the basement.
I was thinking if somebody said that to me, that'd be the first thing I'd want to do is go down and see what's in the basement.
When you saw this person creeping out of a hole in the wall, would you stay? I mean, I don't know. Very scary.
Call the police. But
call the police.
I don't know. To me, this trailer looks like, I mean, I love the premise. When you told me the premise, a woman inherits a pub and it turns out it's kind of got some dark secret. I thought that sounds fun. It sounds like a haunted place kind of a story, which I really love. But then the trailer, it makes it into this sort of spook house kind of shock a minute and a lot of cliche, a lot of this sort of, rah kind of cliche things. And to me, I mean, they are sometimes fun to watch movies like this, but I am absolutely not scared of movies like this.
Yeah.
And my holy grail in horror films is movies that give me an uneasy feeling.
Well, what I'll say is, Kathy, the idea of the short film, like I like that idea of like, hey, you have 2 minutes to talk to your dead family or friend. So you're at 1 minute and 52 seconds and you really want to talk more. You really that's the interesting part is like
what do you ask? What kind of answer will you get in 2 minutes?
And you're like, you know what? Maybe I'll take a chance with the witch because I really have to find something out and I'm going to go over 2 minutes. That is an interesting story.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily need the witch that's climbing on the stair, on the ceiling, all that kind of stuff.
She's getting more and more powerful because clearly they're breaking the rules and giving her more time, and so she's starting to get more and more independent. No, she's gonna be able to get out. It looks like.
If like Mark is saying, they took that cool seed of a premise there and did it in a way that was scary, that because there are movies and premises that I do love, like for instance a similar type of story is Pet Sematary, where your grief over a loss makes you want to pay a really big price for 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And or seeing someone again, even if they're not the same. And those ideas are really worth exploring in horror fiction. But from the trailer, I get the impression that this is a monster kind of.
And it might just be the trailer editing to the last 5 minutes of the movie. Maybe it is that, So it's
yeah.
So maybe let's take a look at the short film trailer.
Okay.
All right.
Are we ready?
Okay. So we're ready. Let's do it. We're going to watch the short trailer for the short film version of Baghead.
Okay.
I've come to see her, witch. The witch. I'm going to tell you what I tell everyone who walks through my door looking to see her. Leave. You won't find peace here. You won't find peace here. 2 minutes. Go. 2 minutes. Go.
2 minutes. Go. What you gonna ask?
Yeah.
See, the thing I like about that is they kept it really concise and small. And very clear through line. Now, the movie, trailers, as we know, they just
yes.
So, for all we know, you could still make this a really compelling film. The girl inherits it. She starts finding out what this is. Is she going to exploit it? Is she going to use it? Will she talk to her dad? Is she going to invite people to do this and make money? Will she be able to control and contain the witch, which clearly it looks like she doesn't? like, and I like that she's with someone else who's kind of not as on board with it, where she's kind of like, maybe we should keep trying and going down here. And the other thing's like, no, let's don't. I kind of like that idea too. A little more conflict surrounding Baghead. But, you know, the short film, you know, works because it's a very simple concept, beginning and end done, you know, in 15 minutes or something. But, you know, you got to pad that out, you know.
You never know how to pad out a 15-minute movie into a 90-minute movie. You know, you have to obviously do more things.
Yes.
But if you keep that, if it stays to what that original idea of is no more than 2 minutes or shit happens,
you
know, that's interesting, you know. So whether what we see in the trailer is the last 30 seconds of the movie, you know,
yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know,
and, you know, I could see a movie and like having people in and hearing what they're asking. Like that alone is kind of interesting. Like, what would you ask? I have a few people coming in and doing their thing. And like, what do people want to know about? Questions.
Just think about yourself, like people that have passed away, and that you say, I would love to ask, you know, these questions.
What would you give for 2 minutes with someone?
Yeah.
And how, and like Mark, you know, was saying, how horrible would it be that you only get 2 minutes? And if that was what was being explored more than just the shocks and the you know, the jump scares and whatnot, and the monster makeup and things like that. But then again, it is a premise. It's one of those premises that's not, maybe it does not sit in reality. You have to realize that these people don't call the police because there's this weird person that lives in the wall, and they don't take a giant Klieg light down there and light up inside there and find out who this person is, or do they need to go to a mental institution? You know, is this person in, you know, they don't attach reality to the idea. And it's one of those horror films that they go into the basement and they're in horror movie world. Where
and part of it too, I think, if she inherited this place and she's going there, maybe she has nothing else. And she's afraid, if I bring in the police, if I start doing stuff, I might lose this pub. Like, we don't know what her tenuous hold on the pub might be. I mean, she didn't even know about it, you know.
There might be a reason why she can't go to the police. Who knows? You know, like
here's some posters. We'll take a look at
it's a real idea in the first place.
Yeah.
Right.
So here's a poster. And, you know, I worked on some of these posters, just so you know. So this is, it was a great shoot, very cool client. So it was about the mystery of showing Baghead, like, that she's scary, even though normally when she lifts that, you're seeing the person you want to talk to.
Right.
It looks like from the short film, it seems like. So here's the little, you know, here's the girl. I got to bring the girl into it, and the creepy hand. You know, you gotta get that in there.
Talk to the dead, pay the price.
That's right. There, you know, there is no free ride when it comes to talking to the dead. Am I right?
No, absolutely not.
So then the posters for the short film are this. You know, it has 1 million. It's won 1 million awards. They make it look more like it's like almost like a fortune teller,
like
but
a tarot card
like,
reading or something.
Yeah, she's like touching things that belong to people to turn into that person. That's what's happening here now. Yeah. And then one more poster here where it just shows like the empty chair with a bag on it. She can see you now. So it's kind of cool. They kept the
for the short film.
Yeah. So they look like they're sticking pretty close. I mean, it's the same director. You know, I'm sure it's a labor of love. I'm sure it took him a long time, and he won a lot of awards with that short film. And I wish we could find it because the short film is fantastic. I want everyone to try and watch it. But it won't give anything away from the full feature because there's a whole different context, it looks like.
Right. I think it probably disappeared from the internet because they don't want people to be confused by like thinking
all
that
the
that's
attention.
the film. Yeah.
Yeah. And despite the fact there's like 4 or 5 Baghead movies out there, which I had no idea. Some are comedies. And some are, Yeah. This is a whole different thing. But this looks like a pretty fun movie. I'm hoping they do the short film justice because I'm a big fan of the short film. And, you know, I like that they brought in some female characters. I think that's very cool. So we'll see.
Yeah. And it's a Shudder and AMC. So it's available now. Check it out. Baghead.
Check it out. All right.
Thanks, everybody. Take care. See ya.